So you want to main Syndra? Well, do you like balls? Do you like bursts? Do you like excellent thighs? Do you like the color purple? And do you like playing with those very balls? Then Syndra, the Dark Sovereign, is for you.
I have Master Level 6 on board.
6 on board or 7 on board?
6.
You want to see something cool?
Yeah.
I bet you have 7 on a mid lane carry that can get S ranks really easily.
Bard is a mid lane carry.
Yeah, okay.
If you try, yeah.
Fuck yes, finally, we are here at this point. You've all been asking, Bricky, where the ding dong diddly fuck is the So You Want to Main Syndra video? I wanted to wait until I was 100% confident in my video formula and how it goes before I made a video on my favorite champion, and I have reached that high point. So here it is, So You Want to Main on my favorite champion in the game, the gorgeous, power-thirsty, bursty mage with thighs able to melt my young brick heart, Syndra. Let's go. So Syndra's lore is that she was a professional squatter, basically doing more squats a day than teabags in old Halo games. Just kidding, I made that up, but I mean, it sure looks like it, right? Syndra's lore is that she was born in Ionia and had extreme immense power from birth. She was very reckless with it and just loved exercising it wherever she could. They decided to have her stay in a remote temple in which they could train her to develop her magic efficiently. She was pretty cool with this at first, but eventually felt her power slowly drifting away from her and no longer grew as strong. So she was completely furious and confronted her elder and asked, hey yo, what the fuck is this shit? And the elder said the temple was actually made to dampen her power so she would be less of a threat. Her jimmies were thoroughly rustled and she killed him, causing her power to flow once again, and she lifted, yes, lifted the entire fucking stronghold into the sky and uses this temple she was once prisoner in as her new home. So that little temple you see floating in the background of her splash art, yeah, right there, that thing is suspended, hovering in the air 100% of the time due to sheer magical power alone by Syndra. She is fucking broken. In-game, Syndra does it all. She has consistent low cooldown damage, she has long-range stuns, she has AoE slows, she has single-target execute, she has kite, she has a ton of amazing things all wrapped up into her kit. And by God, she is the best ball handler I have seen in all of my years of League of Legends. You think Orianna is a good ball handler? Pfft. She only good at handling one ball. She can't even handle 2 fucking balls. She literally can only focus on one. Syndra is a lady who knows what ball handling is all about. She can handle not 1, not 2, but 3 balls simultaneously while doing other abilities and can create even up to 3 more balls. Syndra has the physical and mental capability to handle 6 balls all at one time while being able to fight in the League of Legends while holding her home consistently suspended in the air. If that is not 100% an honest to God reason why Syndra is the best girl, I don't know what is. Since Syndra's passive is dependent on her abilities, we're going to explain her passive last. So Syndra's Q is you drop the ball on me.
I like Indian food.
Bomb for dinner. Oh,
Same.
Wait, did you just kill the Lux that didn't buy items?
Did she not buy items?
No.
I was feeling so good. A sphere spawns at a location, does AoE magic damage, and remains for 6 seconds. It can be used by other abilities, and here is some ballsy math. This is Syndra's core spell, and easily her most important. You spam this move up and down the battlefield, littering the ground with these big purple balls you can then use to fuck with people even more. Landing these Qs is crucial to your success with Syndra, so make sure you don't drop the ball with this spell. Syndra's W is Scuttle Crab Abuse. You grab a sphere, minion, or monster. You cannot grab Dragon or Baron, however. The grab target is put into stasis and lasts 5 seconds long. Reactivating it throws the target and deals AoE damage and slows. The target that you grab is also damaged, and here is some Syndra curveball math. Your W is the longest range ability you have. This lets you put down poke as well as help slow an enemy to line up more damage onto them. But it also really shines in lane, helping you secure farm like a cannon minion that you may not be able to get, so you just grab it instead instantly, or you can help steal an enemy jungle camp or something of that nature. Syndra's E is Rengar, you get the fuck away from me. You knock back all enemies in a cone, and you deal base magic damage. The knockback is farther the closer they are to you, and can knock back your dark spheres as well. People hit by the spheres are stunned, and here's some anti-engage math. Syndra's E is a fantastic engage and disengage tool. You will mainly use this to chuck a Q at your enemy, giving you that free stun, but if you manage to mess up your combo and you have a Xin Zhao or a Rengar jumping on you, you can just still put a little bit of distance distance between you and them. It's versatile, and that's what's the most important. Finally, Syndra's ultimate is multiple balls pounding a face, XXX must see 18 plus gone wild. Well, that's
Alright, I'm going in.
Wait, well, who? Throws all current spheres at a target. Also throws the 3 orbiting her. It deals damage per sphere, and all spheres remain for 6 seconds. And finally, here are some balls in my face math. Syndra's ultimate has insane and ridiculously incredible burst. It's a point-and-click spell, and if you've been fighting prior to using your ultimate, you have plenty of spheres on the ground, allowing you to practically 100-0 any squishy champion. Finally, going back to the beginning, Syndra's passive is, oh shit, it's mid-game, everybody run. Maxing a spell gives it a new effect. Your Q lasts for 2 seconds longer, your W picks up nearby spheres in the vicinity and throws them, making a larger AoE slow, your E increases its cone width, and your ultimate increases its cast range. No math for this one, just dead enemies. This was the main change with Syndra's minor update. The increased time on her Q allows for more manipulation and a more satisfactory ultimate. The W change helps you in team fights, and the E is just safety so you don't fuck up as bad. And your ultimate allows you to do that burst from a safer range when things are getting a little bit too hectic. So when it comes to skill max, you have 2 options. Q is maxed first every time, do not question it. W has a higher AP ratio than E, 30% higher in fact, and also a lower cooldown with the slow increasing with level. If you want pure raw damage and aren't afraid of engages, max W. E, however, is an excellent tool for catching people out, and the more you level it, the lower the cooldown, keeping you safer in lane. If you have an aggressive laner or jungler, I'd max E second. But how do I play Syndra? Cue the music! How to play Syndra. Oh boy, if you're a professional ball fondler like myself, you can skip this section. But if you're not, then Big Brick gonna teach you the ways to fuck up your enemies. To understand how to play Syndra, you need to understand what makes Syndra great. That answer? Everything. Look at that Q damage. Look at that W slow. Look at that kite. Check out that insta burst, high scaling, large breasts, league of legs. Check out that hat. Purple is an awesome color. More legs. Good luck, Squishies. Ball fondling master. This is what Syndra's all about. Syndra is such a great champion because I feel like she's extremely overloaded without actually feeling overloaded. Here I am,
I'm just gonna let them take the inhib.
200 ping and ready for Christmas.
He has, there's the QSS.
Yo, they're based though. Just keep him
Oh
here.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then
And Malphite's dead. Oh!
Yeah, he dead too. Oh, can you feel it? Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
can you feel the sunshine? Does it brighten up your day?
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
I did
Go
something.
win,
I did
boys and
something
girls.
really cool, and then I gotta listen to that. I bet it was anime. Was it
Hey.
anime?
No, it's Sonic
the
R.
Hedgehog, even better.
That's not better. Like, she has a Q on an insanely low cooldown, allowing for excellent consistent damage, but she also has extremely long range when it comes to her abilities and can deny an enemy buff by just pressing a single button on it. Then she has long range stun that can double as a disengage, which gives her so much kite power. And then she can burst somebody down to 100-0 with her ultimate and combo. Like, you combine this all with a well-made and nice auto attack animation for farming, and you have a champion that can do so much in the game. But that is only scratching the surface. I am as biased can be. You should not only take what I say with a grain of salt, not a handful of salt, but the Dead Sea levels of salt with what I'm telling you. But for me, Syndra can crush pretty much any enemy laner so long as you're efficient enough with a champion. Like, look at these scalings. 75% on Q, 80 on W, 50 on E, and 20% on each ultimate sphere that gets thrown at them. The damage is absolutely crazy. Syndra can do so much. A good Syndra player will destroy people, and when you do play Syndra well, it is gorgeous. Syndra will not only fondle your balls, but will also fondle your win rate to make it feel way better than normal. So now, let us discuss how to make big dick plays. Normally, I go with the usual laning phase, mid-game, late-game thing, but not this time. This time I'm going to teach you combos you can use as Syndra to help your play. In lane, abuse your auto attacks. They aren't the highest damage for a mage, but they are reliable and do a decent amount of damage. An easy level 1 strat is auto attack, Q, auto attack to get a really easy Thunderlord's proc off. Your basic harassment combo at level 3 and above is to start off with a W since it has the longest range to land a slow. Then when they are slowed, you can easily land a Q and then eat that Q for a stun. That'll automatically proc your Thunderlords, and combine that with a few more auto attacks and maybe another Q, and you will have a crazy amount of lane trading. Later in the game, that combo is basically the same. However, once you have placed 2 or 3 of the possible spheres on the ground, you can end that combo with an ultimate, and at that stage of the game, there is an excellent chance you just killed your target. One of the things you should try your best to avoid is accidentally firing your E before your Q. This is specifically on those who use SmartCast, as you can actually E your sphere on the ground while it is forming. But sometimes if you have the range wrong, you may accidentally throw out your E before you even press Q. This occasionally happens to me with all my experience on the champion. Just make sure you get your ranges right. When it comes to your ultimate, be very careful when using against champions with invulnerability spells. That sounds like a no-brainer, but ulting a Zed or a Fizz only to have them simply use their ult or E and putting your ultimate on cooldown is 90% of your burst potential, and without that massive chunk of damage, you could be having some serious issues shortly after. Syndra is also a fantastic ganker and roamer. While she doesn't have the highest movement speed, she can make some nice bot or top lane ganks with her WQE combo into an ultimate. If you land the original stun, you have practically guaranteed a kill, and it can help you snowball really well. This is also the same for when junglers try to gank you. It's kind of funny, because you get like a Vi that comes into lane to try to gank you, and she charges herself up in a straight line, so you can super easily throw a Q down and then into an E for a stun, and then hit her with like a W or another Q and then ult her, and then she's dead before the enemy laner even gets a chance to respond. It happens a lot. You really cannot underestimate the burst power of a Syndra, even at a low level. When it comes to builds on Syndra, this is where things can get kind of tricky because there's just so many good items on her. There are almost no mage items Syndra can't use. In the realm of masteries, however, a 12-18 tree with Thunderlords is your best bet. Runes is very dependent on what you need. Magic penetration along with flat AP, some armor or magic resist, cooldown reduction, movement speed, these are all excellent choices. I'm going to put on the screen the runes I use, but understand this is just one of the many combinations. Finally, for the actual build, I have 3 separate choices. There is one well-rounded AP Syndra build, there is another off build depending on the situation, and finally there's a special build I always use. Now, cooldown reduction on Syndra is pretty much a must-buy, and as you can tell, my build lacks a lot of CDR, or at least won't bring you to 40%. It isn't the most optimal build, but it gives you a ton of flat damage and tankiness, making you a bit more of a battle mage than a one-off burst champion. Syndra counter picks are generally high mobility burst or assassin style champions with a few exceptions. Talon, LeBlanc, and Yasuo I tend to struggle with a little bit, and a few other hard AP matchups in the likes of Veigar and Malzahar can give you some pause when you're trying to play Syndra.
I love hearing Bricky say, "Oh, it's Malphite," and then hearing an ally has been slain. it brings me great joy to hear that.
The skins we have for Syndra are Golden Shower Syndra, the Deep Syndra, a Diamond in the Syndra, and Snowsphere Fight Syndra. So let me wrap up Syndra as I normally do. I love her. She does so much in-game. She has a decent learning curve and a very high skill ceiling, really rewards good mechanics as well as farming skills and rotations. She has fantastic damage, burst, clear, area denial, and even more than that. Syndra snowballs like a motherfucker and scales well into the mid and late game while having a decent early game to boot. I am 100% sure she is hidden OP, and while part of me likes being one of the few die-hard Syndra players, I know if people gave her more of a shot, they would like her too. She is a great champion in design, gameplay, voice, and sound, and I salute whichever writer came up with their design. But please, for the love of God, Project Syndra. Please. And now, before I go, here are the usual Syndra clips. Enjoy.
Welcome to Papa's house. Assist. Okay. I got no assist.
What was the point of the Papa's house comment?
I gotta say pizza references when I get a kill. Don't you know? Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's my song. Damn it, both of them did it.
No, it's okay. I got you guys. Don't worry. I'm coming from the inside, back in the round of the. Oh my god.
Oh shit.
the fuck?
I can't put that on YouTube.
That was like some movie shit where like the bullet. It's like when you like line up Osama and Hitler to like shoot the bullet through both of their throats.
Yeah,
mo-
dude,
what-
I
what
totally know
movie-
what that's
what
like.
movie did
Yeah,
that?
dude. It's like in that one movie, Born Identity, when he lined up the shot to kill Hitler and Osama.
Oh, it's
He seems to not know what he's doing as much anymore. Wait, what? What?
my
What?
cane went through the 4th dimension to kill him.
Are we playing Overwatch with those 20 tick servers? I got this. Remember that Teemo video?
The wolves.
Son of a bitch.
Lash out in anger.
No, he's here!
Oh, it's Malphite.
I got this. Bricky Orchid 8, 2016.
Draven's pushing mid.
Last words. I got this.
Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching my So You Want to Main Syndra video. If this guy got you to Challenger, please like and subscribe, and all the usual social media like my Twitter, Twitch, and stream highlight channels are all in the description. My name has been Bricky Orchid 8. I love you all, but please still do not fuck up my ranked games. Bye bye.